the reason why I haven't watched much Ordinary Things up until today was because I found it very hard to commentate, because most of the videos are highly informative and it's not something you leave on and digest the information. It's really hard to just... It's not like Internet Historian where you crack the joke and you can talk about the joke or break it down or whatever, or That's not saying Ordinary Things is a bad content creator. It's a fantastic channel and I learn a lot. It's just hard to commentate, which is why I haven't been watching it on stream. Because I would hate to literally be one of those streamers that put a video on in its entirety and just sit there in silence watching it. You can argue that I'm already sort of doing the same, or already doing that for some creators, such as Internet. I mean, I do talk over Internet Historian a lot and people have been complaining. But like Daily Dose and whatnot. But it's because they've explicitly said that it's fine to do that. Whereas Ordinary Things, I absolutely do not know if it's okay. So I'd rather not step on anyone's toes. Is all. I don't want to sit in silence and watch his videos and basically be a mooch. Alright, The Evil Business of Breakfast Cereals. Let's check it out.
Well,
Ordinary Things. Make sure you guys like and sub and ring the bell. I don't care about any holidays, dude. I just want to just do my own thing. Everyone be hyping up all the events and whatnot. I really don't care.
welcome to Ordinary Things, where ordinary things are explained. Today's ordinary thing? Cereal. But what is cereal?
Okay, yo, before we start, I know I said I don't eat breakfast, but when I did back in high school, my favorite cereal was Crunch. Okay, now it's embarrassing. It's Crunchy Nut. You guys did you guys have Crunchy Nut in Canada? I think there's Crunchy Nut Honey or something. It's kind of like sweet cornflakes with a bit of nuts. Bit of nut in it. It is absolutely delicious. My favorite cereal. Back when I actually ate breakfast.
Cereal is a popular breakfast food made from processed grains. It can be consumed with milk, yogurt, or straight from the box if you're lazy and or stoned. Today, cereal boxes crowd the shelves at supermarkets across the globe, and in America, it's estimated to be a $10 billion a year industry. The owner and operator of the United States' most popular Puritan health spa/sanatorium, Jackson invented breakfast cereal as something specifically to serve.
Yo, on that note, yeah, I'm a huge oats fan now. I also just eat oats. Dude, oats with a little bit of syrup, like maple syrup, or honey even. I think it makes more sense for honey, but I put maple syrup in. It's absolutely delicious.
As a cure for the mortal sins of drunkenness and masturbation. Cereal spread like wildfire through the health spa and religious nutjob communities.
Yes, cinnamon.
Entwined in those days.
I forgot.
As they are
Good
today,
one.
But back then, spas were more concerned
Cinnamon sugar,
with
hell yeah,
stopping
dude.
you from
A little
beating
sprinkle.
your meat than with realigning your chakras. But while Jackson had his hands full with a madhouse of guilty wankers, someone took his recipe and improved it. Another spa owner named John Harvey Kellogg took Jackson's initial recipe, softened it, changed one letter of its name, and brought it to mass market. But
I
mixing
do
milk
like
with dried
muesli
wheat
bars,
didn't
though.
really take off until it connected with the 20th century's true religion.
Money, man.
Opportunity. No, money.
Money.
You see, cereal's omnipresence is less a result of its deliciousness and
Okay, now I'm super guilty looking at this because I don't eat breakfast now, but back in the day, Frosted Flakes was the bomb. Rice Krispies, I do like Rice Krispies, but I like the Cocoa version. Oh, it's right there. Cocoa Puffs were also really, really good. But as I matured, I went to the Crunchy Nut. Oh, Fruit Loops. I love Fruit Loops. Actually, I still do. I remember eating at this place and ordering a sundae from on the dessert menu, and what they did was it was a vanilla sundae with crushed Fruit Loops on top. Actually, really good, really, really good.
Powerful part of this balanced breakfast. Cocoa Puffs are part of this complete breakfast.
Oh, when I say Cocoa Puffs, I don't mean your American Cocoa Puffs. I mean the Australian monkey Cocoa Puffs. See if I can. So you guys have Cocoa Puffs. This is your American Cocoa Puffs. Cocoa Krispies. You have like a bird, right? This is the Australian Cocoa Puffs here. Wait. No, Cocoa Puffs. This is the Australian version. Oh, fuck, not that. Cocoa Pops. Oh! Wait, my life is a lie. I always thought it was Cocoa Puffs. I've been lied to my entire life. Cocoa Pops. I genuinely thought it was called Cocoa Puffs. What is life even anymore? Oh, while I'm at it. Actually, is it safe to search crunchy nut on image search? I'll search it on the side. Just in case. Okay, nothing sus. Yeah, this is the cereal I love. It's like it's got like crushed nuts on cornflakes and a bit of honey. It's actually really good. Yeah, I had to take it to the side just in case there was some I'm not gonna even scroll down, I don't wanna risk it. Crunchy nut. Alright, back to the video.
Machiavellian in its genius, as it's an indirect way of saying that cereal as a meal on its own in no way meets your nutritional needs. But that's not what people hear. They hear the last half of the phrase, not the first, and that's exactly how it's designed. Cereal being a healthy start to your day is a...
That is actually a really good bit. Like, I'm sorry I'm pausing a lot, because I don't want to talk over the videos and you guys miss the points. But that is a really good, psychological thing. Practice. People always remember the last thing that they hear, not the first thing. Which is why when you play a terrible game, but it has a decent ending, you end up saying that the game is not bad. When the game is absolutely trash, but the ending was decent. I remember feeling that way about... I'm blanking on the game now, but I remember feeling that way about a certain game. I thought the game was trash, but the ending was actually pretty good. And then, like, for the longest time, I said that the game was pretty good, and then I went back and played it, and it was actually trash.
Dubious claim at best, and an outright lie at worst. Obviously, Captain Chocolate's sweet-ass sugar balls are going to be worse for you than Granny Mildred's bran-based enjoyment flakes. But even the healthiest cereal is basically nutritionally vacant. Regardless, Kellogg struck gold again with their next promotional innovation, the prize in the box. Their first prize...
Yo, I remember when cereal boxes had prizes, man. Now they're so skipped out.
Success. And through this experiment, they cottoned on to the advertising technique that would send cereal...
I remember getting PC games, the CDs, in the cereal box.
Demographic was mothers who'd recently entered the workforce because of the war, and therefore needed something quick to serve their children in the morning. But the popularity of the furry characters in their picture book allowed them to realise that they could cut out the middlewoman and instead advertise directly to children.
I got Zoo Tycoon! That's right, you reminded me, I got Zoo Tycoon.
Overworked mother in
that was the bomb.
So from the 1950s onwards, every cereal company worth its sugar adopted cartoon mascots as potent weapons.
This is not sort of related. Do you guys have LCMs? The it's like a cereal bar. I was addicted to these in school, man. They're like Rice Krispie bars. And there were like so many different flavors. Oh my god. Can I just get an image? Whatever. Like this is like the M&M's flavor. They got like the choc chip. Like LCMs were so good. The plain one was pretty good too. Are they literally the same? Because yeah, they're called LCMs in Australia. I don't know what it stands for. Actually, what does LCM stand for? What does LCM stand for? Light crispy morsels with the little crunchy munchies. Why is it called... Okay, then why is it called LCMs in Australia? Why LCM in Australia bar? We wanted to find a name that was catchy and a bit different, and LCMs seem to hit the mark. Why? No, I'm not gonna ask. Dude, now I feel like some LCMs. So you guys actually have that. That's great. I love them. Oh, now on the topic. What about roll-ups? Do you guys have roll-ups? Uncle Toby's roll-ups? I don't know if this is an Australian thing. Fruit roll candies. We had so there were like the standard flat roll-ups, like a bunch, and like you unfold them, and then we had the roll-up tapes. Oh my god, dude! As a kid, getting one of those roll-up tapes, like a full roll. Ugh, sugar heaven. Ah, man, I miss eating this, but I'm not a child anymore. What other snacks do they have? I'm getting so sidetracked. I'm sorry. Ah, yeah, I get the I do get Uncle Toby's oat balls. They're great. Although, yeah, you can get it cheaper if you just get like whole oats and just do it yourself. Oat slice, roll ups, yeah. So I often get creamy honey. Yeah, quick sachets. Pretty good. I only get them on sale though. If they're on sale, I won't ever get them because they're pretty expensive when they're not on sale. Nice and creamy though. Anyways, back to the video. Sorry guys, so sidetracked.
Of mass consumption. Mascots are incredible tools to make companies more recognizable. They allow them to appear personal.
We don't have
and
Captain
trustworthy. They allow
Crunch
them to
over
say our
here.
brand isn't a faceless machine.
I heard
it's a
that
cat
Just
that
All
faces
Berries is the
sacrifice.
best.
It's a horse that rides a surfboard. What's in our product? Don't worry about it. Here's a cactus in a Hawaiian shirt. Continuing on the fairy tale theme, Kellogg's would launch what would become the longest running ad campaign of all time.
I would venture to guess that most breakfast cereals are just not healthy at all.
Rice Krispies, Snap.
If anything, they're like nutritionally neutral, if not bad.
Named after the noise your teeth will make if you eat too much of their sugar-packed cereal. Frosted Flakes' Tony the Tiger also emerged in this era, initially looking like an off-brand version of himself, before becoming the steroid-pumped furry wet dream that we're familiar with today. As it became an essential part of cereal's allure, companies
Also,
sold
today's
products
snack
that resembled
is
their saturated spokes animals. They added freeze-dried fruit, artificial coloring, and
what are these called?
marshmallows
Rice crackers.
as key ingredients. This is
Sorry,
what
I'm waving my
Lucky
like I'm
Charms,
waving my
Twix,
hand
and
over
General Mills
here
Monster cereals
because that's
got
where my
their
camera
glucose
used to be.
free
I
look.
literally just moved it
Soon
today,
the average
so it's like
breakfast
it's over
bowl
here
was
now,
filled with
not
more
over here.
garish
But
fluorescent
muscle memory.
colours
I'm gonna be
than
pointing
an
over here a
episode
lot.
of RuPaul's Drag Race. And even the plainest cereal was having mountains of sugar added to its recipe. And
Yeah.
this hasn't really changed. On average, children's cereal contains 40% more sugar than those marketed towards adults. And adults' options aren't exactly sugar-free. The best
They would break down the components even further down to almost like the individual sub-components just to make it look healthy.
Serving. Over where the lovely me is standing, I've arranged the sugar content per 100 grams of the 3 most popular breakfast cereals in the UK. Admittedly,
Right,
it
cornflakes
doesn't
is
look so threatening, but what
really that much. That much sugar, but cornflakes is extremely plain, which is why you would think it's more healthy? I mean, less harmful? Wow, that's surprising.
if I rearranged it all into lines and offered you a banknote? Don't do drugs. In the 1970s, stricter standards were put in place over what advertisers could claim about their products. So at least that put a stop to all those dubious health claims. Oh, right. I'm being told that that's bollock. Oh, ye of little faith.
Oh, are you
Fear
shitting me?
not, for your prayers have been answered. Body O Christ is part of the complete breakfast and is the only cereal consecrated by the Catholic Church. Made from the finest sugar-coated communion rice wafers, Body O Christ contains all the sacred vitamins you need to keep rocking all the way to the second coming. Enjoy it on the go, on the phone.
You don't put milk in it. You put
or
wine.
even in church. Body O Christ.
I want some, yeah. I want to feel the holiness.
It may have taken a few decades, but cereal is finally losing its ring-like grip on
sorry, again, pausing. Cinnamon Chex, I've had it once. I absolutely loved it. But you need a bit of sugar on it. Oh man, this is just like retroactively, like looking back, all of this shit is so bad for you. And I was under the mentality that just like breakfast cereals are like either good if not neutral, but really it's the opposite. It's neutral if not bad. Man, yikes.
empowering.
I fucking hate it.
F you, Special K.
Yeah, fuck you, Special K.
Sorry, I've had to watch a lot of these ads.
I genuinely hate
I'm
it.
not trying to push people away from the cereal line.
Because people who eat it up then feel empowered when you're the sucker. Like, you literally got sucked in. But then you for some reason feel empowered, right? And yeah, perfect timing. You feel empowered, and companies see that the sales are working, so they push more this empoweringness product placement onto these people who are susceptible to buying into this shit. And it sort of shifts the entire market into one that's predominantly selling to these people who are basically being preyed on, but thinking that they're being empowered. And like, it's just so morally unjust. It's just fucked. You know, yeah, that's the last I'll say. You get what I mean. I mean, the people are a lot smarter than they are, than they seem. So just like, fuck off, you stupid companies, and trying to prey on this vulnerable few.
But it is still an industry that has spent over half a decade peddling misinformation and breeding generations of sugar-addled children. And if you've ever spent a long plane journey sat in front of a sugar-addled 7-year-old waiting for his next fix, then you know this clear war crime. Take away the aggressive marketing, the sugar, the artificial colours, and what you're left with is an expensive, unappetizing bowl of overheated grain. This has been Ordinary Things. If you have more suggestions for Ordinary Things, please leave them below in the comments. And if you want to know more about Ordinary Things, click the bell and subscribe to the Ordinary Things YouTube
Subscribe,
channel,
guys.
which can be found here,
Like,
in front of your face.
I'm saying like so much. It feels like my English vocabulary is regressing.